Thumos Brothers and Strong Dads. I wanted to do a quick video and cover the contents of what we talked about this week during the calls. I don't normally record these calls. I don't even normally do reflections or summaries of these calls, but I wanted to do this today because I just thought it was really good for the audience to hear this. I hope it can help you. I think it can. I'm holding my hand up close. This is the mic because I'm at the beach. You can probably see the background behind me, the beautiful ocean. So the audio is not the best, so I'm not trying to hide my face. I'm just holding the mic close. If you got a pen, piece of paper, grab it now. It's a good time. What I want you to do is consider rating yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is the absolute worst and 10 is the absolute best, no room for improvement. And rate yourself on where you are perhaps when it comes to the body, mind, body, spirit, and heart. We're talking about the body here. For us, it's the F of fitness. The body is a tool to utilize to serve others, to do good. It's not all about biceps. Biceps are cool, but there's more to it than that. So on a scale of 1 to 10, grab a piece of paper and consider rating yourself. I'll ask you to add all this up at the end and let me know how you're doing from 1 to 100. Module 1, I'm going along the module of our Thumos Strong, which is where we optimize men to help them look, feel, and perform better than ever. We teach them everything. Here are those modules. I'm going to kind of walk through this. 1 to 10, where are you, brother? What is your why? Are you clear on your why for wanting a good body, for wanting to live long and strong, to be healthy? Are you clear on your why? What does that look like? For me, I've got 3 boys. It couldn't be any more clear. How about you, brother? Because when times get hard, you need to lean on that. 1 to 10, where are you on your why? What about your story? We've all got a story, a past story. For me, I was super skinny, a little bit frail, a little bit sickly, had some asthma, things I had to work through, other medical problems, dental problems, nothing huge, but I had a ways to go, and I worked through that. So my story was I was a real skinny kid. I worked real hard to put on 40 pounds of muscle and mass throughout time. It's not a ton, but it was a lot for me. I built a container. That was messy. I put in thousands of reps, but that also gives me credibility and a message and a story to tell. Oftentimes, your mess is your message, is your mission. How about you, brother? Were you a fat kid that got skinny, that got lean, that got strong? That's a great message. It's a story to tell. You've got something to teach and to share. It's relatable. 1 to 10, are you clear on your story? Are you using that story to help others? What about your goals? What do you want, brother? Do you want to lean out? Do you want to get stronger? Do you want to have perfect blood work, or at least really good? Do you want to look, feel, and perform better than ever? Do you want to optimize your sleep? What are you after? For some of you, you're building a business. That's perfectly okay. You could be doing very little with your health and fitness. Maybe it's 2 days a week, 3 days a week for your body. That's perfectly okay. You may score high because by design, you've temporarily kind of put this on the back burner. Run and maintain. Don't let it go too far for too long. Where are you on that, brother? Rest and recovery. How are you doing? Are you resting? Are you recovering properly? Are you getting good rest? Total sleep and deep sleep. It's just like total and free testosterone. They both matter. They're connected. They're interrelated. How's your total sleep? Are you getting 7 or 8 hours? How's your deep sleep? Are you getting 1 hour plus? Are you aware of sleep hygiene? Dark room, cold room, what you eat before bed, avoiding alcohol in the PM, blue light and how it affects you? Are you measuring and tracking with a device like the Oura Ring? Do you understand the compound effect of stress when you reach for that caffeine? By the way, how fast are you clearing that caffeine? Mean half-life is 5.5 hours, but the biological clearance rate might be 1.5 hours. It ranges from 1.5 hours to about 9 hours. I clear it fast. My wife does not. What about you? How fast do you clear caffeine? Are you reaching for stressors? Do you understand the cumulative effect of caffeine plus a hard day, plus hard training like a training day with legs, plus bad sleep? Perhaps you need to take a day off instead of going through and pushing on push day or pulling on pull day, using data, listening to your body to do what needs to be done. How are you doing, brother, with rest and recovery, 1 to 10? How about your supplement game? Are you taking everything under the sun, or are you taking nothing at all? Do you know what you take and why you take it? Are you using quantitative data? Back to the Oura Ring, blood work especially. If you're taking magnesium glycinate, 400 milligrams at night, it's probably helping you with sleep, especially deep sleep. That's a great thing, man or woman. Almost all need that. Do you know what you're taking and why you're taking? If you're taking a metformin, do you understand that you might have a need for B vitamins, B12 specifically? Do you know what you're taking and why you're taking, brother? Do you know that what you're taking is quality? It's good. It's being utilized, absorbed, put in the body with good use, or is it just being wasted? Do you know if you have the MTHFR gene? So in other words, are your B vitamins methylated? Do they need to be? Do you know what you're taking and why you're taking as far as supplements, brothers? That's kind of module 5, and that's the question. 1 to 10, where are you on that? Supplements. Module 6 in Thumos Strong is nutrition and eating to optimize. How are you doing, my friend, when it comes to eating? Are you eating right for your blood type? Do you know if you perform best on a little more carbs and less fat, or a little more fat and less carbs, or combination, more of a zone approach, a balanced approach? Are you getting enough protein? I can show you men that absolutely thrive on carnivore diets. There's probably some men out there, at least I understand, that thrive on vegan diets. Why is that? Probably because all the food is clean. Probably because American food in the U.S. is dirty food. It's packaged. It's processed. Our soil is not what it needs to be. Glycophosphates are in a whole lot of things. Are you eating clean foods? Raw, close to source, as natural as possible. Yes, organic costs more, but you got to do what you got to do. Are you leading your family in this area? Do you know what works for you and why? Are you proving it out with quantifiable data? How are you doing 1 to 10 with nutrition and eating? Module 7, question 7 for you men. Are you optimizing your hormones? Do you know what's going on with your blood work? Have you looked at both total and free T? Yes, they both matter. Don't let any doctor ignore free T because it matters. It's probably more important if you asked me, and I've looked at a lot of blood work and worked with a lot of men. Do you understand what's going on with thyroid and all the hormones associated with thyroid? A lot of times we get a man right on his T, optimize that, and the thyroid and other hormones, cortisol included, tends to improve and optimize. You know what's going on overall with not only your hormones, but your overall blood work. 1 to 10, where are you, brothers? That is critical. When you get your hormones right, the diet tends to work very well. When hormones aren't right, almost nothing seems to work. It's amazing how that works. When you get your hormones right, the rest and recovery goes through the roof. You feel good. You look, feel, and perform better. It is an optimization hack for better longevity, living longer and stronger. How are your hormones? 1 to 10. Module 8, question 8. Weight training and cardio. How's it going, brother? 1 to 10. Are you working out at all? 0. Are you overtraining? Are you somewhere in the middle? Are you hitting at least 3 to 5 days a week? Call it 6 days a week. 3 to 6 days a week. That's probably a pretty good place to be with the integration of balance to live life, to be optimized, to be strong, to be fit. Are you doing some sort of weight training or at least resistance training? Nothing beats that. It's good for bone structure. It's good for muscle, lean muscle. It's good for the mindset. It's good for strength, of course. What about cardio? Are you getting some walks in? Are you swimming? Are you doing something you enjoy? Are you mixing the two with CrossFit? Nothing wrong with that as long as you're not getting injured. It accomplishes both tasks. But the bottom line is, are you doing some form of resistance training? That is contracting. That is tightening and contracting. Are you doing something to enhance flexibility and mobility? So with all the contracting, the yin and the yang, what are you doing for the yang with all the yin of contracting? You got to pull it back out, stretch it back out. So are you balancing in some flexibility, mobility work, stretching, yoga perhaps, as one form of technique? 1 to 10, where are you, brothers? Special optimization hacks. Are you clear on what it takes to be healthy, to stay healthy? Especially this day and age where we look around, a whole lot of what's going on out there with big companies, big pharma, big food, etc. They don't have our best interest at heart. They don't go to cure root cause. They're really, really good at treating symptoms and keeping us addicted to toxic foods or foods that are less than optimizing and getting us on drugs that always treat symptoms with no plan to get off. But are you understanding and utilizing optimization hacks? In other words, just for some examples, there's tons. Are you getting cold in the form of an ice bath? Are you getting hot in the form of a dry sauna? Are you rebounding? Remember the old mini trampolines that used to be popular? What was this, in the 80s, I think it was, maybe 70s? Jumping up and down to cleanse the lymph system. It's fantastic. Are you optimizing or utilizing peptides? There's so many out there that can do so good. BPC 157, TB 500, so good for healing joints, cartilage, getting through injuries, keeping the body healthy. Are you utilizing deep tissue work, Graston, deep tissue massage, ART? These things are fantastic to solve problems in the elbow, the knee. That's where the pain is, but ultimately the root cause is usually somewhere different, like the quad or the tricep, and the deep tissue work can be simply amazing. That's just a few. There's many others out there. Growth hormone releasing peptides to keep us younger, healthier, sleeping well, optimized. 1 to 10, where are you on your special hacks? Kind of question number 10 here in Thumos Strong is kind of tying it all together. So, brother, if you were to add all of that up, 1 to 10 on each of these, what does your number add up to? Are you where you want to be? Mind, body, spirit, and heart. This is the body focus. I can tell you that when men come into Thumos, oftentimes there's some form of stuck and out of shape. Not always, but sometimes, oftentimes they are. And there's nothing like getting those men just fit. We call it jacked and healthy. It's not talking about huge biceps. A man may want that, he may not. That's not the biggest thing to me anymore. That was part of my backstory. Now it's about living long and strong for my boys. But when a man comes in and he gets fit, healthy, jacked and healthy, he just looks, feels, and performs better than ever. He's got mojo in his life. He does better in his business, on his job. He gets promoted. He starts a new business. He does better at the business that he has. His relationship goes through the roof with his wife. The sex goes up, the intimacy, the connection. He's connecting better with his kids. This is all integrated, brothers. Mind, body, spirit, heart. If there's anything I could do to help you with your body, with your fitness, with your health goals, let me know. Send me a message and let me know if there's anything I can do to help. But whatever you do, don't ignore it. It's never too late. I'm 52 in July. I'm just about as strong as I've ever been. I'm just running on compound interest of 20, 30 years of doing this for so long. It's really not a priority for me. It's just a value in that if it's a priority, it's going to be first and foremost and everything else falls under it. That's not the case for me anymore. I'm okay if guys are there, no doubt. To me, it's just a value. The workouts, the body, the eating decent, just something I'm going to do, getting rest. It's part of my life. It's integral. Priorities change. Values are pretty constant. So for me, it's more of a value. I hope that helps. Let me know if I can help you. Leave a message if you've got any questions. Take care.